Greetings. Welcome to Planetary Meditation. This is our introduction to a simple meditation practice that you can use every day or twice a day. So this is just in case you haven't got a meditation practice of your own or you want to learn something new. And we're going to do a short meditation using a mantra. So a mantra is a phrase or a word, usually in Sanskrit, and that's what we focus on in the meditation. So the mantra we're going to use is this mantra you see here, Baba Nam Kevalam. So you might want to try repeating that out loud with me, Baba Nam Kevalam. And the idea or the meaning behind the mantra is this translation: only the feeling of limitless love. So this is a meditation on limitless love. Now, a mantra helps us in two ways. One is the sound itself. You know how some sounds make us feel good, some sounds make us feel maybe irritated, like if you hear traffic sound or somebody shouting, it induces a disturbed kind of emotion. On the contrary, sounds like waterfalls or music that you love or the sound of someone's voice, somebody you love, that induces a very positive emotion. So we use sound and music to help us to get into the state of mind that we desire, which is one of peace, a feeling of love, a pleasant feeling, a very comfortable feeling. So the mantra is based on this idea of the sound, but also the meaning. So if you think of something that makes you feel happy, you feel happy. And if you think of something that makes you feel sad, you feel a little bit sad. So we don't want to do that. So the mantra has a very positive meaning, and it connects us to this feeling of love, which is, many people feel this is the most important thing in our lives. So we are connecting to the source of love within ourselves, focusing on that. So I'm going to walk you through what we're actually going to do. Just take a minute, and then we're actually practicing in a couple of minutes. So here are the instructions that I give to people when we start practicing meditation. So you start off by sitting straight with your eyes closed. So this is what's supposed to happen, all right? And then you listen to the mantra and the music. Today I'm going to play that with my guitar, but you might want to listen to a recording, or you might play it yourself or sing yourself. Then you observe your thoughts. This is important. Perspective is key in meditation. So here we're mentally stepping back and observing our thoughts rather than being entangled in or feeling that we are our thoughts or emotions. Avoid reacting. You're just watching your mind. So you're adopting the perspective of the observer. Then the music fades out and the mantra fades out, but you continue it in your mind, just mentally repeating it, feeling that you're still listening to it, if you like. Then you focus on the source of love within yourself and feel that that has no limits. And you'll probably feel, that feels nice. Okay. Now this is the theory, and it's what we're aiming to do, but in reality it's not always quite perfect. It's a bit more like this. So you sit straight and close your eyes, and you might feel, oh, my brain hurts. At least I'm not thinking about work. Oh, darn, now I'm thinking about work. Oh no, that stupid deadline. How come deadline sounds like dead lion? I really love lions. Oh yeah, the mantra's about love. Thanks, lions. Okay, mantra, I really need you right now. Baba Nam Kevalam. Feeling the love. That wasn't so hard. I feel kind of peaceful. The point is, if your mind wanders, which it very likely will sometimes in meditation, just bring your attention back to the mantra. It's not a big problem. It's very common. You don't have to do this perfectly in order for it to work. So don't let the fact that you can't concentrate perfectly become another thing to be anxious or worried about. It's normal, especially when you're just starting out. So we're going to try this together using this mantra, okay? And it's going to be pretty short. We're just going to have a few minutes of mantra, and I'll guide you into the silent meditation. We'll practice it for a few minutes, just so that you're clear about how to do this. Okay. So, as it's in the diagram, just sit straight and close your eyes. And if you like, you can sing along. If you're with me live, you might want to keep your microphone off, because it doesn't work very well on the internet. Just close your eyes and remember the meaning behind the mantra, only the feeling of limitless love. So you're connecting to the source of love within yourself. Now keep your eyes closed and remember to observe your thoughts. You are the witness of what's happening in your mind. Let the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam continue with the music, as though your memory were playing this back to you like a recording. So let that mantra continue, and if your mind wanders at any point, don't worry, that's quite natural. Just bring it back to the mantra and feel that you are connecting to the source of limitless love within yourself. Just continue meditating on this mantra silently with your eyes closed for a few minutes. Breathe through your nose if you can comfortably. Just take a deep breath. You can breathe out and relax and open your eyes. So that's a simple meditation you can practice anytime. I suggest doing it in the morning and in the evening. And if you want to get some of this music and be able to meditate on your own, you can use our meditation app, which is at this link here, blisstimer.com. You can find that in the App Store or Google Play and meditate at home. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. Welcome you all here for Saturday Planetary Meditation. Today we have Dada Nabadilananda. He just gave a short introduction to mantra and now we can start our class. So Krishna Prema, you can start sharing your screen.
Thank you, Sneha. I think Devesh just showed up for, if you want to put him on his translation for Spanish, that'd be fantastic. Give everybody, I think, just a minute to get logged in, and I will share my screen and we'll get started.
Okay, Divesh can do the interpretation. So now we have the Spanish and Vietnamese interpretation.
Thank you, Sneha. Let me get the full screen. All right, so welcome everybody here to Planetary Meditation. As Sneha just said, we had a short, brief introduction. And so we'll have that every Saturday before we start our meditation. So 15 minutes before the our half an hour start mark. We will then follow through with a welcome. And then we will have a kirtan, which is chanting meditation. And we'll be using the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam, followed by guided meditation, inspirational sharing, and then we'll have some open conversation. So first of all, we just want to, oh, and you can come join me here on menti.com. It's an interactive poll, interactive kind of thing that we use here at PLT. Sneha is going to share the link in the chat and also the code. So just to get started, this is, we want to welcome everybody. PLT is an inclusive community. And we want to make sure everybody feels welcome. And here for Planetary Meditation, we're all at different levels of meditation and all different parts of our journey. So it's important that we make sure that everyone feels that they are welcome. So this is a quote that's kind of want to start our morning workshop, or I guess it's morning for me, evening for some of you. It is our duty to accelerate the speed of human progress. Your endless efforts to broaden and smoothen the path of human movement will render our present existence and your future history inestimable. Shri Shri Anandamurti. So again, we thank you for all being here. We are happy to have people from all over the globe, and everyone is always welcome. So again, I would love you to join me on menti.com. And if for some reason you can't, of course, you can use the chat. But I want to see where everybody's at in the world today. We are a global community, and we're hoping to build that global community to reach the entire globe. So just take a minute. You can put your little dot of where you're at. It's an interactive map. So we've got somebody in the United States on the West Coast, somewhere in the middle. We have somebody out where I am in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in Hawaii. Looks like perfect. I know we have people here from Vietnam, Mexico. And again, you can use the chat, put where you're at. Give everybody another minute or so. It's just great to see. And also a great thing too, if you have, if you're able to turn on your camera so we can see your beautiful faces. Okay, in the chat, we got another person from Vietnam. Welcome. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Fantastic. And we move forward. Why is my screen doing that? Okay, so I don't know why it doesn't want to stay on the screen. We have for a lot of you guys know this, a lot of you guys are members of our PLT Global Community online platform. And we're very pleased and excited about it. And we're ever trying to grow it. I think we have about 180 members now on it. And it's a great opportunity, a place to go to interact with each other on a daily basis. It's also a great place to find out what upcoming events are happening, to check out new courses. And like recently, we had the Future of Intelligence with Dada Navahinalanda, and we started a course so we can further discuss what's going on with artificial intelligence and go deeper. And we posted some great articles there. So, after you get done planetary meditation, take a moment and, kind of go around and look around and see what there is. And we're always adding new content. So please join us there. And there's some good questions each day. So take an opportunity and be a part of the PLT global community. So this week, the topic of the week. So tomorrow we will have Amal Jacobson talking about neo-humanism and what it means to be human and how do we define ourselves and how do we take that knowledge and share that with others. So Dada Navahinalanda will be talking about that a little bit today. And the quote is, "When the underlying spirit of humanism is extended to everything, animate and inanimate in the universe, I have designated this as neo-humanism. This neo-humanism will elevate humanism to universalism, the cult of love for all created beings of the universe." P.R. Sarkar. So for me, this is a very important topic, something that I find so much value in. And I think as we're trying to change the world to be a better and happier place, I think neo-humanism is a great philosophy for all of us to take in and to inspire others. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys enjoy some kirtans. So there's some chanting meditation and some beautiful guided meditation, and then followed by an inspirational share. And I will see you guys in a little bit and enjoy. Thank you.
I think that's my cue.
Yes.
Shall I share the mantra? I'm going to do that. Hang on a second. But I'm going to take it to the right one. Here we go. So just sit straight and cup your hands in your lap. You can have your thumbs together if you like. And you'll have your microphone off, but you are more than welcome to sing along. And somebody's got their microphone on, I think. And while we're singing, you might want to close your eyes and just focus on this feeling that you're connecting to the source of love within yourself. Baba Nam Kevalam 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 Kevalam Baba Nam Kevalam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Now keep your eyes closed and let the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam continue in your mind with the music as though you're hearing it, as though you're listening to the voice of your memory or your inner self playing this back to you. And as you follow the mantra with your attention, begin to feel that this is being sung to you by an inner voice, by your inner self. And you're just listening. And this voice, the mantra and the music is coming from within you and bringing you to the place where the love comes from. It's leading you to this part of you that generates the feeling of love. And you come to that place and you find that this feeling has no limits. You're surrounded by this endless ocean of love. And that's all there is. If your mind wanders at any point, don't worry, that is natural. But when you notice that, bring your attention back to the mantra and this feeling of limitless love. We'll just meditate on that in silence for a while now. Just take a breath, and as you breathe out and relax, you can open your eyes. The quote that we heard earlier about neo-humanism is something, it's perhaps easy to relate to when you're thinking about meditation and the kind of our inner goal that we want to attain, and taking that feeling and feeling, well, I love everybody and I want to love all the plants and animals and the world. But once we start engaging with the world, it usually becomes a bit more complicated than that. And what we find is that there are people that irritate us, or that there are people that want the same thing that we want. There's only one of them. Or, you know, human beings, on the one hand, are capable of great love and acts of great love, and, you know, really helping one another and making even great sacrifices for one another, or planting trees and doing amazing things. But we are also capable of doing terrible things to one another, and I don't want to dwell on that, but we shouldn't forget it. So how do we develop this feeling of universal love? And how can meditation help us do that? So think about our sense of self and identity, and how that relates to other people's sense of self. So in our little group here, 20 or 30 people, what do we have in common and what is different? All right? So imagine we can't do this physically, but sometimes in a group we get little post-it notes, you know, those little sticky notes, and we'll write all the things that we think are unique to us or different about how we describe ourselves. We'll start physically. So, you know, I might start off describing myself, and I'll sort of say, okay, I'm this tall, and I've got this coloured skin, and my hair is like that, my eyes are blue, and all of that. I've got 2 arms, 2 legs. That's common with most of us, fortunately at least, have one or you know, similar physical form, but we've also got differences. So we're different physically, but we've got some things in common. Then let's think about how we might be different in our minds on the next level, right? So we go from the physical, we'll start going inward. How are we different in our minds? Well, right now, we have some things in common. We're all sharing this experience, even though it's virtual. We're in different parts of the world, but we're we're connected in some way, mentally. But maybe thinking about some similar ideas. You're all hearing my voice and seeing maybe this picture, but each of us is seeing it slightly differently. But on the inside, we've got a whole lot of other things that in the background. You've got all the memories of your life and your dreams and hopes and things you love and things you don't love, and your personality, things you're inclined towards, and your qualities of your character. So we've got a whole lot of differences mentally and emotionally. Again, we've got some similar. We've all experienced love and anger and joy and all the different emotions, but we experience them in different ways. They're like colors on a palette. We all start with the same, 3 basic colors, and dark and light, but we make all kind of different pictures with those colors in our minds. But what meditation does is take us towards something deeper than that, and that is, well, think about it. I have a body, I've got eyes, I've got hair, I've got arms and legs. I also have a mind, I have feelings, I have emotions. What's common about that is the I. The person who feels that these are mine. This is my body, this is my mind, this is my house, these are my friends, this is my family. This I is the common denominator. This feeling of I-ness, or this feeling of existence. And when we come back to this fundamental sense of existence, it's actually the same. You feel it, I feel it, everybody feels that I exist. And that's the I, or in Sanskrit we call it the Atman, that we are focusing on in meditation. We're directing our attention towards this fundamental sense of existence and expanding it so that we are connecting to this sense or this feeling of limitless awareness or limitless consciousness. In yoga philosophy, we would say that actually this sense that we have of existing is not generated by our minds, rather our minds reflect it. We are more like planets than stars, if you like. So there is a universal consciousness that is constantly broadcasting this awareness. It's omnipresent. It means it's present everywhere. It's within everything. It surrounds everything. In Sanskrit we call that Brahma or Paramatman. So it's like the sun is always radiating light and the planets reflect it. And Mars reflects it with its own unique way. The Earth reflects it, Venus reflects it, etc. So we are like planets that reflect consciousness. That's what our minds and our physical structure that supports the mind, the brain and nervous system, is capable of doing. But the consciousness is the same. So the more that we identify with that, the more the differences disappear, in a sense, or seem less important. So if we identify primarily with our core sense of awareness, we can more easily feel, oh, I'm like that person, I'm like these other people. I can easily identify with them as well and feel love for them, feel commonality, feel that we are connected and we are one, and I care about them in the same way that I care about myself. And of course we feel that actually for people who are close to us, our family, our children, our parents, our friends. All we're doing here is reinforcing that feeling and realizing that it actually, why don't we feel that for everyone? There's no logical reason why we shouldn't feel that somebody living in Zimbabwe is like my brother or my child or my friend. It's simply that we don't know them. But if we come to know our own self very deeply, we actually know what is the deepest part of everyone. And then it's easy to feel that same feeling for other people. So neo-humanism, this feeling which is very sort of kind of an ideal, we can cultivate it by identifying with the Atman, with our deepest self, which is common to all. So that's what I think, anyway. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you. That was a great introduction to neo-humanism. And so we are going to, we've got 15 minutes. So we're trying to decide between breakout rooms or just an open questions. Let's do breakout rooms.
Okay.
we'll just do we're gonna do 2 Vietnamese, 1 Spanish, 1 English. And the question is, everybody, is just, you heard Dada just talk about neo-humanism, and to think about how could neo-humanism help create a better world? How are things that we can do in our lives applying neo-humanism to make this a better world? So we'll take let's say 7 minutes in our groups and talk about that and share your ideas. And whenever Sneha you're ready, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I'll just open the rooms.
Thank you. So everybody, you can choose what room you want to go to. There will be 2 in Vietnamese, 1 in Spanish, and 1 in English. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that time with each other, sharing. And if you would, I would love for anyone that would like to either open their mic, or if they'd like to put in the chat something that maybe inspired you, or something that you shared about neo-humanism and how we could make this a better world. So if you can, either you can open your mic, you can raise your hand, or you can just put it in the chat. Okay, so Dada Navalanda said, making native plant gardens that feed and attract local animals like hummingbirds. It's a beautiful thing.
Có một cái câu trên chat box nói rằng là tạo ra các vườn cây mà để mà cho chim ăn, để mà dụ các loài chim và các loài vật đến, như là các loài chim nó đến là điều rất là tốt.
How simple you can by just helping nature by turning your garden to animal a source of food. Yes, thank you, Phyllis. Is there anyone else that would like to share? Somebody from the Vietnamese rooms or the Spanish rooms? What we have here in Vietnamese.
Vietnamese group that we are talking about Ketan. Then by Ketan, planetary Ketan, then we can spread our love to everyone, and then you can change some.
That's beautiful. Yes, Sabod told us a beautiful story about you guys and your kirtan, and sharing it with the local, like sharing it with the public and sharing it with tourists and stuff like that. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we have in translation, plant more trees to create ecosystems and oxygen to help heal the world. That's beautiful. It's a great way of bringing change. Thank you. Is there anyone else that wants to share?
It can be hard, but when there's somebody that I disagree with, I try to remember that they have their own background, right? Their own I feeling, and sometimes I want to think doing the best that they can, even though my way is better. Wait a minute. But still, I try to see the commonality and work from there. Not always successful.
Thank you,
I had a couple of really interesting conversations that relate to this coming out of the workshop with Sohail in Attila from last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, and again with somebody else recently, about how he emphasized that actually in the future, even now, one of the most important skills that we can develop is the ability to resolve conflict between people. And that in the future, this will become even more important as we develop more advanced technology, we become ever more powerful. It becomes more and more important that we live in peace with one another, because our ability to destroy is already magnified. That's not going to stop. So conflict resolution is actually essential to the future of civilization. And it's one of the most essential skills or abilities. So that really stuck in my mind. Yeah. And, if we can learn to live together in peace, then we have a really bright future. And that we can do that more easily, of course, if we can have this sense of neo-humanism.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you. And Devesh wrote too from the Spanish room. We talked about how the relationships might be broken for unexpected situations, and that is also part of neo-humanism, knowing that keeping a relationship is not always possible. And so he said the Spanish script talked about moving forward. So I think that's also important value. Thank you, everyone, for bringing forth your insight and sharing. It's always wonderful to hear what everybody's thinking. The collective energy is fantastic. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick before we close up to talk about tomorrow's workshop. And so kind of what we talked about today leads us into our workshop tomorrow. So some of you guys probably know Amal Jacobson. He taught a great course a while back for us on neo-humanism. So we're very excited to have him. And he's going to be talking about what it means to be human. And it's kind of what Dada Navalinda talked about today, about what makes us different, but also what makes us similar, and how we can take this knowledge and use it in making this place a better tomorrow. And it'll be a two-part series. So we'll have him not only tomorrow, we'll also have him next week, the following Sunday. And I know he's looking forward to seeing what you guys, questions you bring and kind of the topics, so that we can create even another exciting workshop for the following Sunday, going deeper on some of the topics that you guys feel interested in and want to know more about. So I hope that you'll make it there. We hope to see all of you. It'll be the same time as today, and it'll be an hour-and-a-half workshop. And I think it's going to be really worthwhile. He's a great speaker.
One of the just about a mile interesting thing is he's a brilliant intellectual. He studied philosophy and Eastern philosophy, and also creative writing, and but he's also a school teacher. So he's very good at communicating ideas, sometimes complex ideas, in a simple way. So he's this great combination of somebody who communicates every day with children, but he's also a brilliant intellectual. So that's what makes him a really, really good teacher.
Maria, you have your hand raised? Did she mean to? Okay, Maria, if you can unmute if you want to say something or ask a question. Maybe it was by accident. Okay. So that pretty much brings us to conclusion today. Couple of big other announcements, if my screen will stay on. We have planetary yoga going on all week. We have pretty much on demand all the time. So you can always go and watch the videos. I think there is English, Spanish, Vietnamese, and Portuguese. And there's probably 5 to 6 sessions for each one recorded. And then you can check out our events calendar when we actually have it live. So it's a great opportunity to practice your asana practice, and also just to join with others. And it's always a great community exercise. I always enjoy it, being there online and live with the teacher and with others. So please join us. And lastly, we started a donations campaign a while back. A few of you guys have donated, and we really appreciate that. And the donations are used to help so we can support planetary leadership. And so you can go to our PLT donations campaign, donorbox.org. It's in the chat, and learn a little bit about what we're trying to accomplish and what we need to do to accomplish, and to do more workshops like this, and to also help support our great translators and our hosts. So we really appreciate what Subodh and Devesh and what Sneha does every weekend. And so we're really grateful, and we're grateful for you guys being here, and we hope to see all of you tomorrow and for many, many years to come. So thank you again. Enjoy your rest of your day. Enjoy your evening. And Maria, if you have a question, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, she has a technical question.
Sí, quiero saber la pregunta, si eres de Bacás, ¿me estás escuchando?
Sí.
Les quiero preguntar si ellos están dando iniciaciones virtuales, si se están haciendo chequeos virtuales o cómo está el tema, porque si uno atrae gente que quiere hacer Margi y lo conecta, pero no hay quien le dé el mantra, que lo inicie, entonces, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Cómo funciona la historia aquí de eso?
Okay, déjales pregunto.
Ujú.
She's asking if you're giving online initiations to Ananda Marga, or if you want to get a mantra and all the with your data and Didi, if that can be done through online. That's what she's asking. If you want to get a mantra, can you ask it online? That's what he's asking, Krishma Prema.
So, Ranjit and Nando, do you want to respond to that, or shall I? Let's put it this way. Up until now, this has not been our practice. Initiation or teaching personal meditation lessons one-to-one has always been in person. That may change in the future.
Okay. Por el momento no nos están dando, María, que tal vez cambie en un futuro, pero aquí nada más es como una reunión, pero no, iniciaciones todavía no.
Ok, la otra pregunta es, mira, yo veo muchos clientes o pacientes porque hago medicina alternativa y me llega gente que se formó de Ananda Marga en algún momento de su vida, si me entiendes. Entonces, el tema sería, y es que están pues deprimidos, tienen muchas cosas, mandarlos a estas sesiones, a esto que estamos haciendo para que se conecten y vuelvan a entender cómo se usa el mantra, el quinta, el kirtan y cómo es todo el rollo, que utilicen esa herramienta o hacia dónde direccionamos toda esa gente que se inició pero que no está siendo constante, pero que tiene ya el mantra, tiene la primera lección de su mantra personal y con asanas.
Okay. She's asking for permission to bring more people into this PLT meditation because she's an alternative medicine. She has an alternative medicine business and has a lot of connections with people that are already initiated with Ananda Marga, but it already has a mantra and everything, but have not come to meditation regularly. So she wants to bring like more people into PLT meditation, and she's asking how to do it. Maybe we can tell her that we have the platform, the online platform, and I don't know, and what else, Krishma Prema? I'm not sure if I make myself clear. Yeah.
Ranjit Ananda has some programs also in Spanish. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, we have some other programs. We can send her links later on.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Te vamos a mandar más información, María. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Hope to see you next weekend and next week also.
Namaskar, everybody. See you soon.